Good morning, sir. Sir,
गुड मॉर्निंग. गुड मॉर्निंग.
गुड मॉर्निंग सर.
ठीक आहे. आहेत ना 5-1 मिनिटं आहेत ना अजून का सुरू करायचं आहे?
नाही सर, 5 minutes is there, sir.
चालेल. ओके, जस्ट गिव्ह मी अ मिनिट, आय विल जस्ट जॉइन.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
ओके.
अरे निधि, जूम पर आवाज ही तो नहीं आ रही. जूम पे उनकी आवाज नहीं आ रही मुझे. म्यूट करना. अगले ये तो बोले अनम्यूट क्यों कर रही हूँ? आवाज नहीं आ.
सेकंदात जॉईन होतो. गुड मॉर्निंग.
Good morning.
Good morning to all of you. I am Harshita Chandrakant Vakharia, student representative. Welcomes you all on behalf of GS College Commerce, Varda, to this webinar on cryptocurrency and digital Rupee, which is jointly organized by IQAC Cell and Department of BCom of our college. We have with us resources Shri Chandrashekhar Tilak sir, who had retired from the position of Executive Vice President of NSDL. I welcome you, sir. I also welcome Dr. Anil Ramteke, sir, Principal of our college, Committee Member, Professor Lakshman Zazodia, sir, Dr. Rajendra Raut, sir, Professor Parishkrit Agrawal, sir, Akash Bede, sir, Student Representative Madhur Yasankar, and all participants to this webinar. Today, the motive behind today's program is to create awareness about cryptocurrency and digital rupee, and as an investor, how it's useful for us to invest on it. So student, as we know, nowadays, cryptocurrency is becoming one of the most popular and lenient way of trading A cryptocurrency is a form of a digital money that can be used on internet that is not reliant on any central authority, such as government or bank, to uphold or maintain it. From the point of view of an investor, cryptocurrency is a good investment if you want to gain direct exposure to demand for digital currencies. So now I would request our motivator, Principal Sir of GS Commerce College of Varda, Mr. Anil Ramteke Sir, to give the introductory speech about today's webinar. Please, sir.
Very good morning to all of you. I would like to share my views here. Sir, Chandrashekhar Tilak has got our guest of this webinar. And I would like to very much thank of our sir and my dear students who have joined in this online webinar. And today's coordinator of this seminar, Professor Bele sir, I would like to thank him. Today, we have entered in cryptocurrency era. Cryptocurrency era, it has been connected with the information technology and computer activities, online activities. And we also started digital rupees. Indian government started to create the new digital currency like digital rupee in our country. Cryptocurrency has not got a legal process in our country, but it is very important to understand cryptocurrency day by day. If we have to improve a lot, if we have, our country has to improve by technologies or technical activities, cryptocurrency need to be understood by every person of India. And I would like you to understand this cryptocurrencies activities, its importance. But Indian government and India RBI could not actually rectify, or it has not sanctioned in our country. There are different type of loopholes in cryptocurrencies activities. First, the cryptocurrency started from Japan. Nicholas liked it. In order to understand this cryptocurrency, 70 lakh rupees involved in cryptocurrencies now, and 40 lakh crore rupees have Nicholas, who has found cryptocurrencies activities in the world. He has 42 lakh rupees cryptocurrencies. And nowadays, we have to understand this currency, cryptocurrencies and digital rupees, how it has been legalized by government. It is necessary to understand by Indian people. But Indian people are not educated. They must have literacy of cryptocurrencies and technology. If we are not eager to understand these cryptocurrencies, then our country would not develop a lot. It is necessary to understand new technologies and new this rupee. I would like to hope that it will be increased day by day, and our nation would create growth and expansion by cryptocurrency too. I would like to conclude my speech here. I would like to share. I would like to give my further activities to Bele sir to start his work from this.
Thank you so much, sir, for your guidance and the information you have given to us. So before moving ahead and inviting our today's guest, Mr. Tilak sir, I would like to give a brief introduction about our today's guest, Mr. Tilak sir. Mr. Tilak sir, a Chief Risk Officer and Executive Vice President, NSDL, E-Governance Infrastructure Limited. He worked with National Security Depository Limited and retired in 2020. His experience is of 22 years. He was the youngest division of chief of SAB, as well as the youngest officer sent on deputation. Apart from this, he wrote many books such as Budgetary Measures, Guntavnuk Guru, Artha Sankalp, and Bharatiya Arthavyavastha, etc. He was awarded and felicitated by Dr. R.P. Parnarkar Economics Award, Udyam Kaustubh Award, United Western Bank Award, Vocational Excellence Award by Rotary Club, etc. He delivered lectures on annual budget presented by central government since 1988 and delivered more than 3,700 lectures on economic and investment topic, and totally more than 4,300 lectures. Now, further delay, I would like to invite our guest, Mr. Tilak sir, to enlighten the student from their views and ideas.
Good afternoon, everybody. Respected principal, honorable faculty members, and dear student friends. Right at the outset, let me express my sincere thanks for all the people concerned, and especially Professor Dr. Akash Bede sir for providing me this opportunity to be with you over here today. Although we are meeting by way of a Zoom meeting, let us hope that we will get a chance to meet each other in person very soon. As far as today's topic of digital rupiah and cryptocurrency is concerned, it is really one of the most and hotly debated topic as far as our country is concerned. Albeit in a bit negative sense, especially after the introduction of a concept of a digital rupiah in our budget for the financial year 2022-2023. This said budget was presented to our parliament by our Honorable Finance Minister, Nirmala Ji Sitharaman, on 1st of February 2022. And part A of that particular budget speech had a mention that Reserve Bank of India, the central bank of our country, would be launching a digital rupiah in the coming financial year, that is financial year 2022-2023, with the help of a blockchain system. The said budget has also imposed certain taxes as far as the cryptocurrency transactions in our country are concerned. To be precise, now cryptocurrency transactions in our country would be taxed at the entry as well as would be taxed at the time of exit. Under such circumstances, when your entry as well as exit is getting taxed in a single financial instrument called budget, and that too for a single financial instrument called cryptocurrency, it is quite natural that this particular topic would gain a currency. And that's why I must thank all the professors concerned who decided to have this particular point or this particular topic for a discussion as far as today's online session is concerned. As far as my session is concerned, I'm open for any question answer, whatever you need to have. तुम्हाला पाहिजे असेल तर तुम्ही प्रश्न मराठीत विचारलेत तर मी मराठीत उत्तर देईन, हिंदीत विचारलेत तर हिंदीत उत्तर देईन, इंग्लिश मध्ये विचारलेत तर इंग्लिश मध्ये उत्तर देईन. फक्त सेशन मात्र मी इंग्लिश मध्ये घेईन. आणि हे सांगण्याचं, this basically I wanted to say because this point and topic needs to be understood very well. As respected principal sir just now said that the cryptocurrency is not an approved instrument as far as our country is concerned. To be honest, it is not that only it is not accepted or legally approved currency, any kind of a thing as far as cryptocurrency in our country is concerned, but it is quite clear that Reserve Bank of India and other policy makers may not like to give or a grant a special recognition to the cryptocurrency in the near future. Although Harshita said in her introductory remark that that's a topic which needs to be understood, and although principal sir said or had traced a brief history of a cryptocurrency, I am very much sure that many of us may not be really aware what exactly cryptocurrency is. We all, as far as our country is concerned, are getting lured by the cryptocurrency or the concept of a cryptocurrency because the social media like WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, it's posting and forcing on us the various advertisements. In fact, some of the print media is also carrying a page-long and page-wide advertisements for the same. We have been told, informed, and reported, albeit unofficially, that celebrities like Amitabh Bachchan, who invested 100 crores in a cryptocurrency, was able to make a profit of more than 1,200 crores in few days. It is worth noting over here, that's what it has been reported. Neither Amitabh Bachchan nor any of his spokesperson has confirmed it. He has not denied it as well. But knowing the public figure, what Amitabh Bachchan is, if he would have really made money out of a cryptocurrency, he would have certainly been a brand ambassador as far as any of the cryptocurrency exchanges are concerned. My dear student friends, there is no need on my part to tell you that how many brands Amitabh Bachchan is associated with. But have you noticed that although it has been reported that Amitabh Bachchan made thousands of crores of profit by way of transactions in cryptocurrency, he has not been appearing in any of the advertisements related to cryptocurrency. So it is really an abhasi as far as the cryptocurrency is concerned. It is merely a virtual in nature. So if you don't mind, let me start my deliberation, which will not be more than 1 hour long. So right at the outset, I have told you for how much time I'm going to tell you or how much time I'm going to engage you. And this 1 hour is also after providing some 10 to 15 minutes as far as your questions are concerned, if any. So let us try to understand what exactly cryptocurrency is. Purposely, I am starting with this, that if any one of you have seen me on the television on 1st of February 2022, when our budget was getting presented, you would have seen or you would have noticed that many of the times the concept of a digital rupiah, which is introduced in this particular budget, is getting compared to a cryptocurrency. As I'm addressing the students of the Commerce College, and that too a reputed college like GS College of Commerce at Wardha, let me tell you very frankly that comparing our digital rupiah with a cryptocurrency is not only a legal offense, but it's a commercial misunderstanding as well. Because as Principal Sir has rightly said just now, that or Harshita said in her introductory remark, that cryptocurrency is a kind of a payment instrument. I'm not using the word currency, because as a student of commerce, as a student of economics, as a student of finance, as a student of investment, one must be very clear that once we are using the word currency, it has to be issued specifically and necessarily by a sovereign government of a sovereign state. And cryptocurrency is not a currency issued by any central bank or a federal bank of any country which has been passed by a parliament of that particular country. It is merely a payment instrument. It's not a currency at all. So as a student of commerce, as a student of economics, as a student of finance and investment, let us not commit a cardinal mistake of calling cryptocurrency a currency. When in a commerce and strict economic sense, that instrument is called a currency, which is introduced by a central bank or authorized central bank of a country. How many of us are quite aware how cryptocurrency gets generated into? I had started my career as a computer programmer with ICL UK way back in 1980. And I have been associated for more than 4 decades, that is more than 40 years, as far as digitalized financial services are concerned. And in addition thereto, I am a postgraduate in commerce and law. And that's why I know what cryptocurrency is. And probably that's the reason why the faculty members and professors thought it fit to have a digital rupiah and the cryptocurrency as a topic for the day. All of you youngsters are very much conversant with computers, as Principal Sir said. Then you are very much aware that there are 62 bytes as far as computers are concerned. So 62 multiplied by 61 are the various permutation combinations which can be made out of these 62 bytes. But that is as far as the simple mathematics is concerned. If you are able to apply the advanced algorithm to these 62 multiplied by 61 comparisons, then more than lakhs of combinations can be done. And any single line thereto, to which we both of us are able to give a recognition, can be treated as a cryptocurrency between you and I. I will give you an example. If I have to transfer some money to Harshita, say because of certain transaction which has taken place in between, And if after listening to me, Harshita, it's quite clear that Chandrashekhar Tilak is a person who can be relied upon, then certainly if I say that Harshita, instead of giving me by way of a bank transfer or by way of a Google Pay or by way of a phone pay or by way of a check, I will try set across one particular line, or as we know as a job control language, out of these so many lakhs of combination, and that a single line can be treated as a currency between you and I. This is how a cryptocurrency comes into existence. If tomorrow Harshita is able to tell, say, just for sake of example, Akash Bede sir, that sir, myself and Chandrashekhar Tilak are ready to accept this as a cryptocurrency. As Bede sir knows me as well as Bede sir knows Harshita as well. Okay, he said, in that case, I'm also ready to be a party to this thing. Then Akash Bede sir can also accept it. And then simply by transferring this particular thing, I am getting the cryptocurrency circulated. There is nothing more than that to a cryptocurrency. So as a student of economics, although we are using the word as a cryptocurrency, let us be very clear, it is merely a nomenclature. It's not a definition as far as the cryptocurrency is concerned. As Principal Sir said in his introductory remark, Japan was the starting point of it. So it is just like giving a token. To say it that way, cryptocurrency is nothing more than a token. If any one of you have really been to the banks, because for the last 2 years, the banks were also not allowing many customers to walk in. In good old days, whenever we used to draw cash from the bank, once we have given a check, we used to get one particular token. And once our token number is called out, then only we could go to the cash counter, and we will give that particular token which has been given to me. And against that token, surrendering that token, bank used to give me the cash. This token is a form of a cryptocurrency. The only difference is the token which is getting used in a banking circle is real in nature. I can touch it, I can feel it, I can handle it, and I can hand over to it. Whereas cryptocurrency is merely a computerized language. It is not made of any matter. It is merely a program line thereinto. And that's why it is called a virtual currency or Abhasi Chalan in Marathi and Hindi. So this is the difference between a cryptocurrency and any bank token. So let us not commit a mistake of calling cryptocurrency a currency. It is a payment instrument, mutually agreed upon to accept it as an instrument, and it can be circulated only when the opposite party gives a recognition thereto. Whereas a digital rupaya, which is being considered as far as this budget is concerned, is going to be issued by Reserve Bank of India. As a student of commerce, as a student of economics, you are very much aware that Reserve Bank of India is an official central bank of our country, what Federal Bank to the America is. Reserve Bank of India has come into the existence because of the act passed by the Parliament of our country way back in 1947. And that act is passed by the Parliament, which is the supreme legal decision-making body of our country. Under such circumstances, digital rupaya, once it is launched by Reserve Bank of India, would be an official currency of our country. Just like as of date, we are carrying a paper currency with you, having the various denominations, 1 rupee coin, 5 rupee coin, 10 rupee coin, 20 rupee coin, or 1 rupee note, 2 rupee note, 10 rupee note, 20 rupee note, 200 rupees note, 500 rupees note, and 2000 rupees note. So along with this paper currency, once this digital rupaya is launched, will be an official currency. Whereas cryptocurrency is not a digital or official currency of our country. So this is the first difference between a digital rupaya and a cryptocurrency. So there is a difference not only as far as the nature is concerned, there is a difference also as far as the handling and legality thereto is concerned. And economics is more to do not only with monetary practices, but also with monetary laws. And as a student of economics, as you study further, you would come to know that there are various canons of a public finance. Canons means rules, fundamental rules which should govern, code of conduct which should govern a public finance. And as far as the one of the criteria as mentioned out of a canons of public finance or the provisions for a public finance is that it should have the sanctity or a fixed value. When I give you 200 rupee note to you, it is certainly defining the moment or a value that I have given you 200 rupee. But such a definite value cannot be attached to a cryptocurrency, because value which is determined as far as the digital rupiah or a currency rupiah is concerned is decided and determined by Reserve Bank of India. So if it is valuing rupees 200 today, it is going to value rupees 200 till the time that particular note or that particular coin, as the case may be, is in existence or the Reserve Bank of India has not withdrawn it. The inflation rate may decide how many things I can buy out of that rupees 200, but that 200 rupees would remain constant. That is not a case between as far as the cryptocurrency is concerned, because value of a cryptocurrency is not decided by any bank or any government, but value of a cryptocurrency is decided by the rate as far as it is determined by the market in which it is getting traded. So a single JCM, just take an example, as Principal Sir rightly said, that cryptocurrency started its origin or originated in the country of Japan. But how many of us are quite aware that although Japan inherited or Japan originated a cryptocurrency, even in internal economy of Japan, this is more important, even an internal economy of Japan, cryptocurrency is accepted as a payment instrument only to a limited extent. It's not a universal currency. It exists in the market along with an official challan. Japanese government from time to time decide where this particular cryptocurrency would be accepted. And the basic reason why the government, Japanese government, kept on inheriting or keep on intervening or keep on interfering is this, that as I said earlier, when I say rupees 200 note, the value of 200 is determined. Government has given you assurance that till the time that rupees 200 is in circulation. Why I'm using this word? Because as a student of economics, we are very much aware that few years back on 8th of November, our government initiated a movement of a demonetization. In that circle or in that action of a demonetization, government said the high value note, old value of rupees 500 and rupees 1000 are no more valid. Deposit it into the bank, I will give you that much credit into your bank account. And then government introduced new notes for 500 and 2000. And that's why I said till the time that note is in vague. So till that time, rupees 2000 or 200 as the case may be is in vague or in use, then the Reserve Bank is telling you, that's why they, in some of the notes it is printed, I promise to pay, and Reserve Bank of India signs it. Such a guarantee is not there. The same single line which I am using as a cryptocurrency, as I gave an example right at the beginning, say between my transaction with me and Harshita or me and Beresa, today I may say that that line is costing 200. And if this particular line gets accepted, say tomorrow Principal Sir agrees to join this club, or now there are 43 participants, say all the 43 joins over here, then I would agree that the line is one, but now users are many. As such, demand is limited, but now, supply is limited, but demand is growing up. Under such circumstances, just like what happens in an equity market or a stock exchanges or a share market, that very few stocks or very few shares are available, but many buyers are buying it. And then the common simple principles of economics and finance would apply. If demand is more than supply, the value goes up. Not necessarily the intrinsic value. The intrinsic value may remain same, but the value at which I can get that thing certainly goes up. This doesn't happen to rupees 200 note, or this doesn't happen to rupees 2000 note. And that's why we need to understand that cryptocurrency value is decided by and demand and supply associated with it. As a student of economics and finance, you would agree with me that this concept of demand and supply can go up and down. And that may be much beyond the control of you and I, like an individual. Just give us a simple example. That, as we are very much aware, that till the time there was a lockdown, colleges were not allowed to have the sessions offline. You were not able to attend your colleges and classrooms. All the sessions were getting conducted online. Very recently, you are lucky enough to go back to your colleges. Or otherwise, the 10th standard or a 12th standard students are such unlucky that the persons, especially in a 12th standard this year, that when they passed out their 12th, the lockdown was on. And since then, till their 12th exam, virtually they have not attended the class. So on paper, they were the students of GS College of Commerce. As far as the 12th exam is concerned, their exam center is also a GS College of Commerce. But they are attending and entering the premises of GS College only for the first time, which would be happening the last time because they would be passing out of a 12th standard. Under such circumstances, during this particular period, the tickets, although they were available, say for the buses or the trains for coming from your residence to the college, you were not able to buy. But as soon as the college declared, government declared that, okay, now bus students can attend, the same tickets are neither they are available nor there. So now the tickets in our country are determined by the government. That's why we are having at a fixed rate. But if it is a public transport, you would have seen ST buses are on strike, and immediately the people have started moving, but ST bus is not on the road. Then the private buses have hiked there. That means the supply is limited, demand is go up. Now extrapolate it to a cryptocurrency. And then you would have realized this is not going to happen as far as the digital rupiah is concerned. And that's why Principal Sir was very clear. He didn't use the word currency as far as crypto is concerned. He said a payment instrument. So today a single line of program which myself and Bede Sir or myself and Harshita ji or myself and we all 43 have agreed, if this 43 becomes 430 tomorrow, the line is going to remain same. I'm not going to print it again because there is nothing like a printing of a cryptocurrency. Rupee is a crypto. It is a balance. Crypto doesn't have this because it is not regulated. In a currency, I get a note number. In a currency, I get an emblem of Reserve Bank of India. In a currency, I get a signature of RBI governor because RBI is able to control it. Then there are certain high value notes which has a inbuilt barcodes as far as the rupee notes are concerned. Nothing such things happen. I decide a line, I encrypt it, give it to Bede Sir or Harshita ji or any one of you. And then by using a public key, you decrypt it and it is used by a cryptocurrency like you. If I transfer it to Harshita ji and Harshita ji wants to transfer it to Principal Sir, the same principle would apply. And if this velocity goes up, this volume goes up, the value of a cryptocurrency will go up. If this volume goes down, tomorrow Principal Sir would say, "अरे ये nonsense है यार, ये कौन यूज करेगा? क्रिप्टोकरेंसी बाजार में अपने इंडिया में कोई यूज नहीं करता है. मैं बाहर जाके रिक्शा से घर जाना चाहता हूँ या पेट्रोल पंप पे जाके मेरी कार में टू व्हीलर में पेट्रोल डालना चाहता हूँ. वो ये टू व्हीलर वाला, ये कार वाला, ये कोई यूज नहीं कर रहा है." Then he will say, "Boss, thank you very much. Keep that cryptocurrency with you. Give me cash." And if this particular concept happens, if Chandrashekhar Tilak said cryptocurrency is not having a demand, then automatically for the same line, my value would go down. This doesn't happen to a digital rupiah or a currency. And that's why I said cryptocurrency is a payment instrument. It's a token. One token. The token may remain same after I have surrendered it to the cash counter. The same challenge goes. So I might have used that token for withdrawing 20,000 rupees. Tomorrow, Principal Sir may use the same token for 2 lakhs of rupees. So token per se doesn't have any value. The underlying transaction have value because that token is given against a check or a withdrawal slip which I have given. So that withdrawal slip has the value. This is the difference between a digital rupiah and a cryptocurrency. Going ahead, why digital cryptocurrency has become all of a sudden a bane of contention? Not only because, see, this is normal. This can happen in any market. That demand may change, supply may change. But then what is so criminal or critical? Okay, I will not use the word criminal because some of you may like that currency and you have every right to do. We are living in a democratic country. But why it is critical? Then why government, Reserve Bank of India, otherwise such a progressive fantastic, positive regulator. I'm saying so out of experience. I have been associated with 4 different regulators of our country in my personal capacity as well as in professional capacity. As a student of economics, you must have read it somewhere, or your professors must have told you by now in the class that Reserve Bank of India is one of the most respected regulator, not only in our country, across the world, across the world. Why it is so opposed to a cryptocurrency? It is because the value of a cryptocurrency is decided or determined not only by a demand and supply, as we were discussing till now, but because of many national and international factors as well. And in fact, as of now, the international factors are having a huge influence as far as deciding the value of a cryptocurrency is concerned. As Principal Sir said, that cryptocurrency started in Japan. But how many of us are aware that as of date, to be precise, 167 different types of cryptocurrencies are getting circulated in the country, in the world, including our country. Unofficially, it is circulating in our country. I can't deny that. But that is not going to happen with Rupee. We do not have 167 different types of Rupee. Rupee remains the same. Only its denomination changes because my regulator, my Reserve Bank of India have decided. But Rupee is Rupee. For sake of convenience, I am saying it 1 rupee coin, 10 rupee note, 200 rupee note, 2000 rupee note. But Rupee is Rupee. Cryptocurrency is not like that. There are 167 different types of cryptocurrencies are in use. To put a typical currency parlance, 167 types of cryptocurrencies are in vogue as far as international markets are concerned. And out of these 167 cryptocurrencies, 147 cryptocurrencies are at loss as of now. And out of these 147 cryptocurrencies who are at loss, to be honest, more than 134 cryptocurrencies are at loss of more than 50%. Why it happened? Basic reason remains the same, demand and supply. But the international demand and supply, not local demand and supply. How it happened and why it happened? All of us are quite aware that cryptocurrency is accepted as a payment instrument. I'm not using the word currency. I'm using the word payment instrument. I'm going to harp on this point throughout my session because that is a distinguishing feature between a cryptocurrency and any official currency or a digital Rupee for that matter as far as our session is concerned. I'm coming to a concept of a digital Rupee later. Let us first accept a clear cryptocurrency, then go to digital Rupee, and then I will conclude. See, what has happened is that cryptocurrency happens to be one of the payment instrument in a global commodity market. And China, as we popularly call it, is the biggest player as far as commodity market is concerned. It is said that more than 60% of a global commodity market is originated and owned by China. And China till recently used to accept a cryptocurrency as a payment instrument as far as their market is concerned. But as we are aware, for last 2 years or so, China is not treated well by many countries of the world because Corona got originated in China. And many people do say that it was not an accident, but it was intention. I'm not going on that particular point. But as it is happening just now, after Russia attacked Ukraine, now there are 2 groups. The countries who are supporting Russia as far as Ukraine war is concerned, and there are other groups who is not supporting it. But there may be 2 subgroups, one who is remaining silent or neutral, just like India. Or there will be many countries like America and Europe who are openly criticizing Russia. The same thing happened after Corona with China. And many countries said, as now, just now, America and European Union have said that we are boycotting Russia. We are imposing economic sanctions on it. Same thing happened after Corona against China. In fact, one citizen of Germany went to the international court against Chinese government and he filed a compensation clause for more than $100 trillion. He said, because of this Corona, entire globe has been taken to the review. And that's why China, after all, is not only a big country as far as geography is concerned, but China is a major player. Before the advent of Corona, before the initiation of Corona, China was the biggest or fastest growing economy of the world for more than 20 years. They were having a GDP growth rate of more than 12% for 15 consecutive years. So no one can ignore it. At the same time, China was also dependent on somebody else. I may be able to produce, but if I'm not able to export, what use of I can make of that thing? And China, as all of us are aware, is an industrial hub of the world. And in order to make these ruffled feathers smooth, they said, okay, I will do one thing. That henceforth, I will not be accepting cryptocurrency as a payment instrument in my commodity market. So all of a sudden now, my demand in that commodity market settlement would be met only by a currency. And as I said right from the beginning, any currency is called a currency only when it is issued by a central bank of any sovereign state. That means commodity market, cryptocurrency is out. All other global currencies, whether it is US dollar, European pound, or Japanese yuan, Chinese yuan, everything would be on. So automatically government relations, my economy relations, my currency valuations would go up. But when these currency valuations would go up, all of a sudden the entire demand for a cryptocurrency went down. Now you would say what China will decide cannot be controlled by Reserve Bank of India, cannot be controlled by the Federal Reserve of the America. So this is the difference between a cryptocurrency and a digital rupiah or any sovereign currency. And that's why cryptocurrency is banned in our country is for this particular reason. As of date, we are having the equity market. There are stock exchanges dealing with share market shares in our country, whether it is National Stock Exchange or a Bombay Stock Exchange. It is regulated by SEBI, Securities and Exchange Board of India. It is created by passing an act of our parliament. When it comes to the bank, we have the regulator in the nature of Reserve Bank of India. When it comes to the insurance companies, we have the regulator in the nature of IRDAI, Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India. When it comes to the pension product, we have a regulator in the nature of PFRDA, Pension Fund Regulatory and Development Authority of India. And all these regulators are created by passing the act in parliament. Once these regulators come into place, they are given the powers to decide what sort of rules and regulations we should have as far as the participants in that market is concerned. That's why Reserve Bank comes out with time and again as far as the rules and regulations for banks are concerned. SEBI comes out for the capital market intermediaries are concerned. NPS comes for the pension purchasers like this. Mutual fund is also governed by SEBI. We do not have any such structure as far as cryptocurrencies in our country is concerned. Until the time there is a recourse to it. And under such circumstances, we don't have anything as far as the cryptocurrency is concerned. See the difference herein. So then what is the intermingling between a digital rupiah and a cryptocurrency? Harshita, while introducing the topic, and then Principal Sir in his introductory remark rightly said, why people need a digital currency? I'm using the word digital currency. Neither I'm using the word cryptocurrency, nor I'm using the word digital rupiah. So I'm saying some electronic instrument. Why I need it? Because that can be sent faster. Cost of sending it would be much lesser. Just take an example. That if I was not having a digital currency with me, and I do not want to have a cryptocurrency because it is not recognized in my country. Under such circumstances, the only way available is to me is either to send a bank transfer or I have to give him a check or a cash. So either I will have to post it, or if I have to give him a cash, then I will have to meet in person. But how many times I'll be able to meet in person? Just take a classic example that if there are certain lockdowns, there are certain restrictions. Again, there are many countries in the world who are feeling that third wave or a fourth wave of corona is coming. China has closed its door. Australia and New Zealand are thinking on it. Our central government also have given some indication to many state governments of our country. Kindly have a look at it. And that's why even within our state of Maharashtra, certain parts, say certain municipalities like Mumbai, certain municipalities like New Mumbai have given a freedom, but certain corporations like Nagpur or certain corporations like Kalyan and Dombivli, where I stay, they have not given the concessions. Under such circumstances, howsoever I want to meet a principal sir or howsoever I want to meet various sir, I will not be able to meet. Under such circumstances, I will not be able to transfer. But even during lockdown or a work from home, I was able to transfer the money by way of a Google Pay. Google Pay is a digital currency. I was able to transfer the funds from Paytm. It's a digital currency. So cryptocurrency is advanced stage of a digital currency. Digital currency, the value remains the same. Digital currency doesn't decide the value of its own. It's merely an instrument. Instead of meeting personally and handing over the cash to principal sir or a Bede sir, now I'm transferring the money from my account to principal sir or Harshita ji or a Bede sir. But over here, the selling the concept, selling the system, and selling the product comes into play. Cryptocurrency conceptually very difficult to understand. And that's why all the principals sir said, I am very much sure that at the end of a session, many of you might be having a huge question, and then you read the heads of principal sir and other economics and finance professors of your college, because it is difficult to understand, because Reserve Bank of India has not come out with the concept as effect. Then what is digital rupiah there into last point of my session. Although I have not look at my watch, I'm such a person who is conducting the sessions so regularly, so I know how much time I have already consumed. So what is the concept of a digital rupiah? Digital rupiah is just like it would be my paper currency. Probably I may be holding that in my same bank account. Reserve Bank of India is yet to come give a clarification. But there is every likelihood that sooner or later in the same saving bank account where I am holding my cash balance, I will be able to hold a digital balance. But Reserve Bank of India is going to say that from the day it is getting launched in my country, I stand by it. So it's not a cryptocurrency. Many of you might have read it or come to know, or the professors are very much aware that Reserve Bank of India every now and then tells us, the boss, if I am transferring some money from my bank account to anyone else's account, say by way of a cash transfer or by way of a RTGS or by way of a NEFT or by way of a check, if there is any problem in it, Reserve Bank of India would intervene. They would take up the matter with the concerned banks. But if I'm transferring the funds by way of a Google Money or by way of a Paytm, and if any problem arises, Reserve Bank of India would not do it. Because Reserve Bank says, I have not issued a Google currency. I have not issued a Paytm currency. You have done it. Though it's a system outside my purview. Cryptocurrency is outside the purview of the entire legal structure of our country. Digital rupiah would be the very much backbone of a banking structure of my country. And that's why digital rupiah would be an answer of our country to the cryptocurrencies of the world. And if my hunch is, as far as the budget speech is concerned, finance minister might have said that we will be launching it before the end of March 2023. I have a hunch, I don't know why, that there is every likelihood that our Prime Minister of our country, Honorable Narendra Modi ji, when he addresses us on 15th of August, may very well say that was digital rupiah is launched. Because I very well know that many testings are going on and silos, that is in isolation on a test basis amongst various banks. So once it is done, then all other banks would be asked to prepare their back offices, front offices to handle digital money. If any one of you wants to know what exactly the digital money is, then I would request you that you can have a look at a concept paper which is addressed or released by Reserve Bank of India way back in the month of November 2021. Over there, Reserve Bank of India has said that it would be first launched in wholesale as well as retail. Just like we get a petrol. In today's newspapers, you would have read that wholesale diesel was reserved at this particular petrol pumps and it has gone up. And that's why now the retail wholesale would be done. So that means what government is trying to say is that it would be issuing digital rupiah only in 2 denominations or 3 denominations. So one would be for the retail sales and another would be for the wholesale sales. To start with, Reserve Bank of India concept note has said that all the payments which the Indian citizens like you and I have to make to the government, say maybe for our taxes, government would be accepting by way of a digital rupiah. But if government is giving me some money, direct benefit transfer, subsidies, tax refunds, And if I am ready to accept it in a digital rupaya, then government would be giving it in a digital rupaya. So how digital rupaya would get created? Government would introduce something. I will buy it. Just like our FASTag money, whenever we are using the toll bridges, toll roads, what we do is that we transfer the bank balances in our country, in our account to FASTag. And as soon as you are coming from Wardha, Nagpur area, and that credit goes to that particular man coming from your geographical area, thanks to Nitin Jairam Gadkari ji, we have a huge road network. He introduced this concept of FASTag in our country. So whenever my car passes a toll bridge, because for two-wheelers there is no toll as of now. As of now is more important to us. Then my automatically account gets debited and I get a message from my bank. Boss, your FASTag account is reduced by this. So if I see there is no sufficient balance, again I transfer my fund from my bank to the FASTag account. Meanwhile, if I have sold the car, because that FASTag is associated with my car. So this particular car number, just taking an example, my car number is MH05EZ2269. So my FASTag is associated with MH05EZ2269. So if I'm selling that car, say to principal sir or Bede sir, under such circumstances, I will remove the money from my FASTag account and transfer it to my bank account. If I purchase a new car tomorrow, I will create another FASTag account with that car number and I will transfer. So coming into the digital rupaya, coming out of the digital rupaya would be linked with my original bank account. And my original bank account as well as my digital rupaya would be clearly a banking transaction under such circumstances would be within the purview of a Reserve Bank of India. So it's a legal currency. And that's why I said right at the beginning, please don't compare a cryptocurrency with a digital rupaya. Then question is, what is the importance as far as the digital rupaya for a student of commerce, student of economics, or student of finance is concerned? Boss, huge career opportunity. Last 2 minutes of my session. Believe me, because I have been a partner and a user of 3 major digital transformations of our financial services. When I started my career way back in 1980, ICL UK was stationed in India and they were selling the computers left, right, center to the entire world. But our Indian accounting systems were not computerized. All the accounts writing was done manually. All the faculty members who had started their career in early 80s would agree with me. We used to write the vouchers by hand. We used to post it to the Commerce College. We used to post it to the ledgers. We used to prepare a trial balance. Until the time trial balance was not tallied, my God, it was a matter of tension. And then we slowly started computerizing. When I joined Bombay Stock Exchange in 88, we were not having a computer-based trading or a screen-based trading, which your generation is enjoying now. We used to have a floor-based trading. Some of you might have seen it in the movie based on Harshad Mehta's, which are released very recently. Luckily, I was the investigation officer as far as Harshad Mehta and Ketan Parekh is concerned. But that's not a topic for the day. And a third transformation, that when I joined NSDL in 1998, we transformed our country from share certificate based to a dematerialized certificate. And in all these 3 things, I have learned one thing. Under such circumstances, first you have to sell the concept. But digital rupaya hai kya? How it is different from cryptocurrency, how it is more secure. And it's a huge career opportunity. Probably that's why your principal sir and faculty members thought, this is selling the concept. I'm explaining the concept so you can explain it further. Just see, it's a digital rupaya. Even when I'm transferring the funds by way of a Google Pay from my account to principal sir, both of us are belonging to that generation probably, where unless and until my mobile gives me that buzzer and blue tick saying that my account is debited and his account is credited, both of us are not comfortable. To be honest, we wait for 10-15 minutes. So by that time, if I'm transferring the money from my Google Pay account to principal sir's account, unless and until his bank account or his service provider gives him a message, the principal sir, your account is credited, Chandrashekhar Tilak's account is debited. Principal sir, rightly so, because he is not comfortable. To be honest, if he is much more cautious like me, he will wait for 2-3 days. He will go to the website of a bank. He will really see his bank account, whether that money which I have transferred is getting reflected into his account. If not, he will rush to the bank, get his passbook printed. The same thing would happen with digital Rupaya. Have you realized? Because it has to be incorporated in my bank account. It has to be incorporated in mobile banking. It has to be incorporated in net banking. It has to be incorporated in app. Any one of you may prepare an app, post it in Play Store, ask the people to get it downloaded and pay the money directly to you. It comes under a small scale enterprises. Mudra loan is available to you. Atmanirbhar. Selling the concept. Tomorrow tailing the system and then selling the product. And over here, why it is important to us, as Principal Sir rightly said, that I do not know how many of you are aware, but if really we are able to launch digital Rupaya before March 2023, ours would be the first country to have your official currency by way of a digital form. US dollar is not digital. European Union, Euro is not digital. British pound is not digital. Chinese yuan is not digital. Hong Kong dollar, not digital. Singapore dollar, not digital. And these currencies make G7, make a basket of currencies globally accepted. So our chances of Indian Rupaya becoming part and parcel thereof are bright. Already we have the stock exchange settlements on T+1. If I have a digital Rupaya, it can become T+0. Just see where my market would be. This is the scope as far as the digital Rupaya is concerned. I hope I was able to explain the concept at least to some extent. I can't say full extent as far as the concept of a digital Rupaya or a cryptocurrency is concerned. To conclude, just think I will say, for God's sake, never say my digital Rupaya is a cryptocurrency. Because I'm a LLM in corporate law, I'm very much sure that if some cranky people thinks you to drag you to the court of law, it is an admissible offense. It may be come into your favor, but calling digital Rupaya a cryptocurrency is an admissible offense. So please don't do it. And then I took the concept, I explained, tried to explain the concept, how digital Rupaya is different on operational aspect, original aspect, valuation aspect from a cryptocurrency. Now, entire world is skeptical, not only because China uses it, not only because Russia backs it, not only because Japan has originated, but people feel it is more dangerous. System can be hacked, system can be misused. So we want to get rid of it. So over a period of time, we would like to have the positive alternatives for a cryptocurrency. So digital Rupaya is a combination of positives of cryptocurrency, like faster movement, but at the same time, it is giving you a legal protection. So this was the concept as far as the digital Rupaya and cryptocurrency is concerned. I would like to conclude my session over here by thanking all of you for listening very patiently to the topic, as well as I'm really thankful to Principal Sir, Bede Sir, and all his professorial colleagues for providing me this particular opportunity. I hope I was able to meet your expectations. Thank you very much. Let us hope to meet you in person very soon. Thank you. Thank you very much. Over to the organizers.
Thank you so much, sir, for highlighting us from your ideas and views and giving a precious time of yours students to be future investors. Now, I would like to invite Madhu for
Oh.
As we all belongs to the field of commerce, we know very well how to build money and how to get profit percentage. And after this amazing seminar, we have excess knowledge about cryptocurrency. Hello everyone, this is Madhur Yesankar, the student of Shiksha Mandal's GS College of Commerce, Varta. Standing before you to present vote of thanks, I would like to thank Shri Chandrashekhar Tilak sir, Executive Vice President NSDL and the resource person of the above program, for giving their valuable time and marvelous words which will help us in the future. After that, I would like to thank Dr. Anil Ramteke sir, officiating principal, GS College of Commerce, Varta, for giving their valuable time to us. I would also like to thank respected committee member, Dr. Parikshit Agrawal, sir, coordinator IQAC, Dr. Akash Bele, sir, convener, Dr. Lakshman Jajodia, sir, coordinator BCom self-financing course, Dr. Rajendra Raut, sir, coordinator BCom, for organizing such an amazing event. I would also like to thank all the faculty, staff and teachers for your humble attention and coordination towards the seminar. And I would like to thank my colleague Harshita Vakaria for anchoring. At the end, I would like to thank one and everyone who helps us directly and indirectly for successful arrangement of program. With this, I conclude my words. Thank you.